Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a foundation wear test slash review, and it is on the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I'm so excited to be reviewing this foundation, one because it's drugstore, and two because it is the sister slash brother of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. That is one of my go-to foundations that I choose over most of my high-end ones. So that one is my baby. I love it. It's hard to top. But today I'm going to be reviewing this one. Now it's not claiming to be matte, but it is claiming to give you 24-hour wear, medium to full buildable coverage. So I'm gonna let you know more about the foundation, what color I'm wearing, how many colors it comes in, the price, and I'm also going to be showing you how it looks on the skin. And then you guys are gonna be seeing a check-in just to see how the foundation wears. So super excited. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. A lot of people do wear their foundation for longer periods of time. I personally do not. I like wearing my foundation 5 to 6 hours max because I have very sensitive skin and I just don't like the feeling of foundation after a while. This does have an SPF of 25 and I picked the shade 460, which is a golden beige. It might be a little bit dark, but I do like going a little bit darker than my actual skin tone because I'm quite pale right now and I just like going darker with my foundation. I'm most excited for the pump, to be honest. I love the L'Oreal Pro Matte because it's a squeezy tube, so I feel like I get everything out of the tube, but it is convenient to have a pump. You can just pump it onto your beauty blender or into a spatula and you can kind of control it a little bit better. So I picked it up at Rite Aid. I believe I paid around $10. On the L'Oreal website it's $14.99, but at Target you could find it for $11.99, and you know, you could always get a deal like Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS. They always have like buy one get one or 40% off L'Oreal products. Like always look out for something like that if you're going to be buying it at a store that offers deals like that. So here on L'Oreal's website it says it's a breakthrough long wear foundation with breathable skin technology, again up to 24-hour wear, and it is claiming to provide medium to full buildable coverage that lasts all day and allows the skin to breathe. I think that's my main concern is sometimes with long wear foundations or full coverage foundations, after a couple of hours you kind of just want to rip it off. So it's saying and it's claiming that your skin's gonna be able to breathe with it, resist sweat, water, and transfer. The ultra thin liquid goes on smoothly to give a fresh, healthy looking complexion that lasts. Non-comedogenic and formulated with SPF, this foundation is suitable for all skin types. So pretty big claims. I will say the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible does not break me out, which is awesome. I have, again, very sensitive, acne-prone skin. My skin is predominantly dry, but I do get oily in my T-zone, and when I go out, I tend to sweat. It is a 1 fluid ounce bottle. I'm going to pump some on the back of my hand. I will say, though, it has an expiration date in the back, 11/20. I always thought that makeup expired once you personally opened it, so like once you've pumped it and like air has gotten in, it's oxidized. I don't know, I've never really seen expiration dates on the back. I've seen like 12 months, 6 months, like how long you should have that certain product for, but mine says 11/20 on the back. All I have on my face is moisturizer. I use the Clinique ID Dramatically Different Lotion Plus, and I have the orange cap, which is for fatigue, and I just moisturize my face. I'm going to be using a beauty blender because that's typically what I use for my foundations, and I'm not going to be using a primer because honestly lately I really haven't been using primer. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. Right off the bat, I can tell it's thinner than the L'Oreal Pro Matte. The L'Oreal Pro Matte's more of like a cream, it feels almost, when you're blending it in. This definitely feels more like a liquid. I am noticing a fragrance, which does scare me because I'm very sensitive to fragrance. I really don't know why brands put fragrance in their foundations. It's really not necessary. I feel like it's just an added irritant. We don't need it. It doesn't do anything for us. It's not like it lasts on the skin and it's like perfume. I don't know, I just don't like perfumed skincare. Anything on my face, I don't want it to have fragrance. Unless it's a natural fragrance, which even then means it has like a lot of essential oils, which my skin doesn't do. But if it's like a floral fragrance, I already know that 99% chance I'm gonna break out. So as you can see, it definitely covered up the redness that I have on my skin. It just looks even. It looks like skin. You can still see the dewiness from like the moisturizer that I had underneath my foundation, which I do love. I did have to use quite a little bit more than I thought I would. With the L'Oreal Pro Matte, you don't need to use too much because again, it's thicker. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this side of my face and then we'll see. The real test is 1, how products lay on top, 2, how it looks in photographs, and 3, how long it lasts. You know, is it gonna come off when I'm sweating and moving around? Those are the real tests. Because at first, almost every foundation looks amazing. Actually, that's not true. There's some foundations that when you put it on, you're like, I gotta take this right off. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the side of my face and even myself out. I am smelling the perfume still while it's on my face. That sucks because I love how this foundation looks. It looks so flawless. I mean, it just looks like skin. My pores do not look emphasized. They don't look big. I still have a little bit of a glow and it doesn't feel cakey, which is the most important thing for me. This is a win-win so far. The only thing again is that fragrance, but I can look past it if it doesn't break me out. The other thing that I was gonna mention is the color is actually quite perfect. I mean, I am a little bit lighter than it, but it's the perfect undertone. This golden beige undertone is working for me. Usually in L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible, I vary, it depends. Sometimes I'm 104, sometimes I'm 105 or 106, but I pretty much stay in that little section. Sometimes when I'm really tan or I'm on vacation, I'll go 107, 108, but that's like when I'm extremely tan. My foundations have to play nice with my other products in order for them to be winners in my books. If they don't play nice, then I'm not gonna use it because I'm not the type of person that just wears foundation on its own and nothing else. I like a full beat. So I'm gonna put the rest of my face on and I will be right back. I am obsessed so far. I really am living. I can still smell it though, which usually by now I wouldn't smell it on my face. Usually like with fragrances, it kind of goes away with the powder and everything, but I still kind of smell it. It just smells floral, kind of smells like a fresh floral scent. It does remind me of the Infallible, like how my face looks when I wear Infallible. I always feel matte and poreless and just snatched. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture with flash so we can see how it looks. The real test is to take a picture in flash when I'm out, like in the dark, and just when you're like out and about, you don't have a ring light in front of you. But I will say that with the L'Oreal Infallible, the original matte version, I don't have any issues with flashback with that. I know some people do. I always go darker with my foundation. I go in with powder, with bronzer and blush and highlights. So I never really have issues with flashback unless the SPF is crazy high. And then in that case, maybe, but I don't have issues with flashback with any L'Oreal foundations. So my tip is always to set your face with powder. Don't go too light when you're using your foundation. If anything, go darker and you shouldn't have any issues. But I am really living for the finish of this foundation. I think it looks flawless. I'm looking close up at the mirror. I've been having some issues with smile lines with some of my foundations. Like it'll just look dry in that area and it'll crease. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing slightly right here, but so faint. It's a lot less than with some other of my foundations. I did set my face with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, but I have no patchiness at all whatsoever. My highlight even went on so smooth. Sometimes with some foundations, your highlight just doesn't beam, but everything just went on like butter, and I'm very excited about that, especially because it's a drugstore gem. So I'm going to go ahead and film some other videos and do some other things, and I'll check back in. It is currently 6:58 p.m., which I know is kind of late, but I had a late start to my day. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to wear this foundation for the rest of the evening, and I'll be back to check in with you guys and let you know my final thoughts. So I'm back. I did add a wing liner just because I was filming something else. And in that video, I did apply another highlight just because I wanted to demonstrate it. Besides that, I haven't touched up anything. I ate and I've just been filming another video, which usually when I'm filming, I'm making a ton of expressions. I'm hot because of the lights and everything. So I will tend to get a little cakey when I'm filming other YouTube videos. For some reason, my makeup just doesn't last as long. And I'm pretty sure it's the lights and just talking so fast in such a short amount of time. So it's not cakey anywhere but the center of my forehead, like right here between my brows, which is kind of my trouble area. I tend to get frown lines there. I've even thought about getting filler because I tend to frown a lot when I talk, when I sleep, so it gets a little bit cakey in that center, and also just a little bit dry for some reason. I guess when I'm doing my moisturizer, I don't pay enough attention to that area. But besides that, I don't have any smile lines. I ate and I got a little lip gloss down here, and I just kind of wiped it off, but it didn't really wipe off a lot of the foundation. The contour stayed perfect. Over here, I'm losing a little bit of foundation slash powder. Not sure if it's picking up on camera. I can still rock this for a couple more hours and I would feel comfortable with it. But after 5 hours, I typically want to take my makeup off. Like I just start getting that feeling of I want to take off my face and I want my face to breathe. I would just touch up in between my brows with some powder or like a blotting paper first and then some powder, and I think I would be good to go. For the price, under $15, I mean, it looks really good. It has a pump. Color selection is good. I mean, you really can't go wrong. I love drugstore foundation. foundations, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible, are my favorites from the drugstore, and I definitely see myself wearing this again. I'm going to continue to test this out. I'm even going to wear it out one night just to see how it looks when I'm out and about, like dancing and taking pictures with flash, so I can really put it to the test. But so far so good. I really enjoyed it. So that concludes this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.